Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and most important gender of all, gamers. Welcome to the show, the final match of the evening. Ex-BlueJays. Pro tip to all players: are no longer representing an org. Take out the X and the name of the org. And yeah, Vex Gaming. They're at the bottom of this board, the absolute bottom in their group. Vex Gaming had a tough season. They're not a bad team by any means, but they have had a tough season. But I still think there is some hope for them. If they can secure every win as of now, they might be able to clinch that third or fourth seed in this group. Important round coming up, or important match, I should say. And it is going to be on Nuke. Almost ready to go. Knife round just finished, and we're waiting for the... I don't think knife round even started yet. We are waiting for that to begin. Warm-up is almost finished. All 10 players are in the server. Boggs, tell me your thoughts. Initial thoughts here.
Initial thoughts, I know Vexed play Nuke quite a bit, so I'm expecting them to be comfortable. But Ex-BlueJays, if they let this map go through, they surely have some idea and some strategy as to what they want to do on this map. And I love Nuke. I think it's probably my second favorite map in the pool to play and to watch, just because of the tactical depth that can be put forward on this map, the way that you have to mid-round call and move around the map as a fluid team. I think some of the mid rounds on Nuke are just some of the most entertaining parts of the game, where you force the teams to actually have that playbook that goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
Right.
But we are getting a knife round. To go back to this map, I mean, a lot of people don't like this map because of the verticality. I think that's another part that makes this game so good in the mid round. I mean, we have the heaven flank. That's so critical. It's so important. And
Yeah.
if you could capitalize on that, it opens up the A side. You know, open up a lot of the map too, because you get the information about how many people are on that A side. You can rotate down to B. Such a fun map.
Okay, well said. Let's go into that knife round, though. I think it's almost finished. One of these CT side, which will be CT side. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. It will be Vexed to secure the CT side. I don't think I've seen a team actually swap to T side start ever.
Yeah, I don't think you will either.
We got the dual Berettas on Adam. I feel like the dual Berettas on CT side Nuke is becoming more and more of a meta. And
Right?
I don't know if I like it because I like the dual Berettas or if I like it because it actually works half the time.
Why can't it be both?
Yeah, why not both at all? I love the dualies. I think they're underrated, especially on the T side, but see what they can do for Adam on the CT. Mezzy taking a dink at long range, deals some damage, but not quite a kill for either side. Collins all the way down in the secret tunnels, getting control while the bomb works its way into ramp room. But up the tons again. Actually, no, they're not in ramp, they're outside. I think it might be just a fake into secret and explode onto A as the heaven ramp will be coming into play here early on. I like this call from Blue Jays. It's not your standard A explosion or your B ramp. It's a longer play A flank. It's going to go one kill for him. He gets two, actually. Only Mezzy gets one kill for Vex, as there's been 3 casualties for their team. The rotations will be coming in, but the bomb goes down. There is a kit on Cray. Zala as well in the mix. But right now, Blue Jays have site control. They have a lot of information as well. They've isolated where the players can be coming from, too, just about 2 angles. The door will make it more aware. And actually, D-Face goes aggressive with 5 HP. Collins finishes off the last player. Next, Blue Jays with only 1 casualty, only 1 player lost on this pistol round. Primed and ready to move forward.
Yeah, I also agree with your thought of that. That was an actual sick strategy by Blue Jays. That smoke for mini blocks off any sort of vision. They get the flash over. They faked across the secret. They try to pressure that player heaven off the angle so he doesn't have any more eyes. And then Vex think it's a B hit, so they send their numbers in, and the A split begins. They send 2 players into heaven. They send a player out mini, and a perfect A split. I love that round from Ex-BlueJays. That was actually really, really sick. Now it's outside control for them. Smoke towards Big Garage, blocks off East 1S. Almost a Zowie model.
I keep thinking that myself. And I use the Zowie, so it's even more in my mind, but it's going to be Serini in Adam's mind as he debrains him. Mezzy will trade out for now. The scout on EC1 will tag D-Face. Let's see who can bag him in the end. It's a 4v4, but with the Deagles, the CZ, the scout in the hands of Vex, this is not a round that Ex-BlueJays can take lightly. These pistols can do a lot of damages. If you were here for the last game, we saw the pistols win quite a few rounds. We'll see if Vex can pull things back. D-Face has spotted one out. But right now, I think Ex-BlueJays are going to rotate back inside, take their chances elsewhere, and avoid the confrontation in the wide open areas of the outside lanes.
BlueJays, they're avoiding disaster by routing towards ramp Boggs. Had they chosen A, the odds would not have been in their favor. Now they're gonna come back into EC1S. So this is a chance to get more tags off, right? 1 or 2 more scout tags at this point would really weaken their chances. The only problem is now they're rerouting back to A. So the scout's done his job. And they're coming into the stack on the inside, into pistols. They go. Zolo finds himself double kills already. The door's closed. They're gonna make it awkward. Now the crossfire's established. AVN's getting harassed down by the MAC-10. And it's a 1 versus 3 ladder. But he forgot how to use his mouse for a second. And it is Vexed playing the round, or straight up robbery. And Vexed have tied up the game already.
That was a great round by Vex. The double kill from first vent with the CZ as well, extremely critical. The scout from EC1 doing its tagging. Didn't do any bagging, but it forced the opposition back to A as well. And into the stack, Prime answered back from Vex. And this new game is shaping up to be a fun one. Now it's going to be Ex-BlueJays on the force. Deagle, CZ, and a scout, so a mirror of what the opposition purchased. But Vex will come through the last with an SG, an AK, and a Galil. The Galil already getting 1 kill. D-Phase will try and go with a Scout and Deeg combo. He has a vest on as well. Gray, though, goes down. That's a big loss for Vex. Actually, that opens up a bit of the ramp room control. That's a big portion of the map to be under the control of your opposition as well. They can flank into Heaven. They can flank onto B. They can go back to A. But EC1's going to take the initiative and flank his way around a lobby. And Ex-BlueJays are content to take their time. They picked up an extra rifle. Mezzy only goes 1 for 1. That's another rifle to the hands of the Ex-BlueJays. Zolo, though, goes aggressive. He takes down 1 and 2. The AOMP mowing through the offense. And now Collins has hit the nade. 1 spray goes his way, 2, but not the 3rd. Adam will secure the round for Vexed. They take a lot of economic damage, though. This could get scary.
Yeah, I'm scared for my own sanity at this point, Boggs. Like, what is actually going on right now? These players are just firing on all cylinders, it seems. And it seems like every player is just stepping up when they're required to. Collins almost got the ace clutch right there. He got 4 kills, fell short on the 5th, unfortunately. But I still can't help but think back on the round where they got pushed off ramp by a scout. That's not a good signal.
And EC1 only gets 1 there as well, so living up to the 1 in his name, but not to the expectations of his teammates and probably to himself as well. He's a little more damage with the FAMAS, but the Glocks overwhelm him. As he will try and bring it back, as he gets an advantage back to his side. And it should be going the way of Vexed. I say should, because you never know what's going to happen in some sort of rounds like these. Zolo in prime position with him on top of HUD as well. But the bomb's actually going to go down on B. This is a massive victory for Ex-BlueJays, and they can set up a post plant here as well. They steal away a couple rifles. This could flip on its head. There are 3 kits, though. Down the vents go Vex. They have a work. Blue Jays. He's going to pounce. He's going to get nobody. I thought that AVM would have gotten a little more than that. D-Face comes down the vents and into a spray of fire from Mezzy. There will be only 1 casualty for Vex, losing the UMP or the FAMAS outside, rather. Ooh, I thought that AVM was going to get like 2 kills in the vents, pick up a rifle, and go on a spree there, though. That was a bit underwhelming.
So I got some good news. EC1S's name we no longer have to say so rough. His name is Eccles.
I like Eccles, actually. That's a cool name. Eccles. Okay.
That is a cool name.
Eccles.
So much better than almost sounding like a Zowie mouse model.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I will respect his name. Now, Vex, they're off to quite a good turnaround here. 3-1 already. Their economy's looking not too shabby. The outside control for BlueJays. That's definitely going to have to be something they have to deal with. Luckily, they have Mezzy in a good position. And big garage presence, but D-Face has eliminated Adam. Mezzy's able to respond, but they overlook Ekil's inside the big garage. That's a problem now for BlueJays. But Imkatron is looking to open up the round. That kill against Zolo actually opens up a huge amount of room and breathing space on the A site. Molotov for Heaven misses. The bomb is being planted.
It's a massive kill outside as well, but Cray has made his way into the scaffolding. Mezzy down below as well with the op. This is a very doable retake for the CT side. Sereni, though, coming in. What? He's been... What?
Wait, they didn't see each other.
No, they didn't. And Avin will go for the peek. He goes down, and now it's going to be another round for Vexed. Ex-BlueJays. They're floundering in the water right now. They're splashing about, but they're not able to get the rounds. And Vex will be happy with that one, I think, as they come back from the brink of what looked to be despair.
Did you see what I saw, though? Like, that player hard cleared door, but he didn't see the player under him, and the player under him didn't realize the person above him was getting hard clearing. So neither player saw each other. They were just above each other, Boggs. Jesus. Vexed, though, still holding on. That's the most important part. 4-1 lead so far. Not AKs. Flashbang is perfect. Ray is completely blind. He's gonna have to forfeit ramp early. Now that actually applies a lot of pressure, Box. They have to deal with this somehow. They can't just give up ramp and not gain anything in return.
Might be a secret push or something around the lobby, but the lobby push would definitely be disastrous. There's 2 players from Ex-BlueJays posted and ready. Collins and Dimkatron making their way back outside as Ex-BlueJays might be priming themselves for a secret tons to be split. However, Avin's being watched from heaven, and Cray is here close to ramp. It's a good setup from Vex. They're showing a lot of poise here on Nuke. The last time I saw them, they played Nuke as well, and things just ended up not going their way on, I believe it was CT side. They got bullied. But right now, they seem to have patched a lot of the holes, and they're looking strong here.
Need to have all their bases covered. They have Mezzy, the device, I call it, but unfortunately he shoots in the 5-hole, Boggs. He literally just shot him in the 5-hole, right between his legs. A missed shot. Now it's great. He spots one player. When it comes to the smoke, I'll take your life. Now it's a 1-for-1 trade, but the problem is, yeah, that pinch right there coming in from all directions. So you can that for so long. Sereni's holding down the vents. Now the rotates become incredibly awkward for Vex. Now they have to make a tough decision. They're far removed from the scenario. And they are going to go, in fact, for the save. Job well done by Blue Jays, manipulating that control well. And that's the problem, right? That missed shot, man, towards Secret, that would have been a huge difference in that round.
Yeah, if he doesn't go for a 5-hole goal and instead hits the guy in the chest, it's a completely different round. He can fall back, reposition, and Ex-BlueJays have to rethink their strategy of rushing down the stairs as well. They'll come out of it with an op as well to add to their numbers. And Vex will be on a bit of a rough buy. Mezzy will be broke. 1,500. Cray can buy one and drop another. Eccles can drop one as well. So they will have a buy, but it's not going to be great.
Well, everybody, my phone just died, so interacting with you in the chat might be impossible. I'm sorry. Just know I love you all in chat, okay? Vexed, however, hold on to their economy and the lead and this round, Boggs. They lose this one, they're going to be set back, and Blue Jays might actually be able to tie the game up. But this time, there's a bit of a difference in the approach for Blue Jays. They're going quickly outside, but only sending one. Now, the ramp player's pushed off. Mezzy's still holding it down with the op from Jay. Now, Hollywood pushing forward. We're back. And shoots forward, and he actually catches a kill off that, and he gets to keep his life. Risky, but it pays off.
High risk, high reward play, but Avin takes the close angle and deletes Cray from the server. It's a good opening kill, and Dimkatron, he had an opportunity to make it a 2-man advantage. However, they're going to be down a man now, or I guess it would have been a 1-man advantage at that point. Adam is still here right behind the double doors, and he's going to take down Collins. Gets traded though with AVN or Avin to get one more, but still, the advantage sits with Vex. They have the rotations in. Zolo is down to his decontamination. He spots the head. He spots the bomb as well. And it's making its way back to A.
They found the gap?
In the wrong around.
Yeah, they found the gap. Only problem is the ramp rotators can easily get to heaven. Achilles will realize this shortly. The bomb does get planted in facto. So and they have a bit of time to reposition themselves. Even a little bit would help immensely here. Sereni's just going to hold underneath the site. A good position to defend against these players. Heaven, but if he's not on point with the spray or the first tap, he might get overwhelmed. Zolo, he's coming in on a different attack on the flank.
Avon starts it off well. One kill goes his way. The second on a Mezzi. He's on for the ace as well, Roy. And he knows where Zalo is. He nades in. He's gonna peek. He's gonna go down. This is a chance for Zalo, but he's not looking the right way. He's making so much noise. Sereni spots him. He knows where both players are now, and it will be Sereni to win the duel in the end. Zalo so close and yet so far. The heroics of AVN or Avon, however you want to say his name, are able is enough to get Blue Jays their third round off the back of his 4K. Great stuff from him, and great stuff from the Blue Jays making these right calls as well.
You're about to get 4 rounds on the T side. You're on the 8th round, a potential tie available here. You have room for more. If you can finish with 7, 8 rounds on this half, that's huge. I think Blue Jays are in a really good spot. They don't really have much to fear or worry about, honestly. Really, I feel like the pressure's on Vexed. Like you know you're about to potentially tie the game up right here or get tied on, and you haven't really figured out a solution to this outside control / ramp splits that they have been doing over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the trials of Nuke as well. You have to figure out how to adapt to what your opposition throws at you from both sides of the map. And Vexed will be really gifted this opportunity to talk about what they need to do in this round. They're taking that opportunity as they only have a couple of pistols purchased up. They're doing some damage. They're going to have to figure out a way to solve the plays from the as they've been able to work their way around the map in the last few rounds and just about do whatever they want with it. Feel like maybe that round stolen by Vexed was a bit of a momentum shift, which stalled Blue Jays out. But now they're back. They're hungry. Avid has gotten 1. Collins and Dimkatron pick up 2, make it all 5. A clean anti-eco from Ex-BlueJays. That's what you want to see from them. Precision, not losing a man to the pistols.
Okay, Vexed, let's see what you got. Is there going to be an early adaptation here? Remember, there are so many options available on Nuke, right? It's probably one of the most versatile ways for CTs to approach the map. There's just infinite amount of ways, really. And one of them is be able to push forward on the outer yard. And this is the adjustment, right? This is it. Just fight them on the entries. And there it is. Mezzi, Akils, holding it down outside. They've gotten a double man advantage. They've taken almost no damage in return. Adam, he'll take positioning in the vent. That's going to deny the opportunity for Collins to do the same. He's going to walk through the smoke. A 1-for-1 trade still heavily favors Vexed. And it's all down to Sereni and AVN now. Wait, how was AVN?
Indeed.
What the?
Wait.
Man came through hell and went back to lobby, I think.
If you're going through hell, keep on moving. And he's going to move into A, but Zalo is here. He sprays him down. He's here for Sereni as well, but Sereni's actually going to be able to get 1. He's still alive. And there's a lot of time, too. If he can isolate these duels, there's a chance he can pull this off. However, Adam is playing information for his best player. And instead the bomb gets tapped, Adam swings, and down goes Sereni. Vexed gaming with the outer control, the outer aggression, striking back and taking away a round from Ex-BlueJays. That'll thin the economy of the T set as well, which has grown to a substantial amount. We're actually going to see a timeout here. It's going to be a pause from Ex-BlueJays. So they're going to take some time to talk things over and figure out what they want to do. I have to say, that was a great answer back from Vex. The outside control really going their way, the flashbangs, the team coordination to push and peek. And then not sticking around too long where you have the chance to actually lose your advantage.
Right.
I think that's probably the most important part of that.
That is the biggest piece of that. You're absolutely right. Just as soon as the Blue Jays recognize that there's like serious player presence outside, they're gonna realize that one of the extremities is weak, right? Ramp, maybe upper has only 1 player. But yeah, it's really just a timing game at that point. You have to make a move quickly. They chose ramp, I think, but there was no one even there. So AVN is like, I'm gonna come back to lobby. I'm scared. I don't see anybody here. But no, you're absolutely right. The outside control, that was definitely the key for Vex. And I was wondering when exactly they would pull that off. And I was alluding to it in the round before. And finally, they have adjusted. At some point, you just can't respect their outside smokes, right? You can't just let Blue Jays have that access to that secret every single time. You have to just stop the brunt force in its face. Now it's going to be Blue Jays again.
Throwing some nades outside, too, the CT side. And I think Vexed actually did a little bit of damage, and that could be a deterrent as well. Because Ex-BlueJays, with all 5 positioned outside, mollying into secret stairs now, they're aware of the potential for aggression from the CT side. And I just don't know if Vexed are going to give it to them now. I think they might fall back and play a little more passive. Look how much utility the Blue Jays are expending. They're throwing so much to just clear these angles out. They're getting their train into secret. But this should be enough information for Vex to make a play, for them to realize this and rotate down. The lurk, though, from Lobby. Avin, if he can pounce and pick up 1, that could be enough to hold the rotations and stall things out for Vexed. But things are moving down to B. Mezzi is here, though. He's got a good angle to shut down a couple of Molotov. Will force him away. It's a good bit of utility, a good bit of coordination from Ex-BlueJays. They're not taking any chances. Mezzi not able to get the kill. Collins drops him. Now this is where things open up with them. They're getting their players down. Ray goes down. Eccles only gets 1 in a 4v2. I wonder if they go for the save.
Actually, in a forward position, he might have just had the round. He might have been the key in the round, but now, yeah, with that kill, Zalo's in a 1v4. A little hard to manage. D-Face is posted up with the awful, not even let him escape. And it is once again Blue Jays tying up the game and just really keeping up that economic pressure on Vex. Now Vex has to decide, are we going for the FAMAS MP9s, or are we just going to go for the pistol upgrades and get the full buy next round? Of course, the smarter decision is to just delay the buy. Just get up to the pistols. You have a loss bonus. Get a little armor, get some utility. If a single flashbang would do the job, and try to battle back as much as possible this round. If you get a weapon upgrade, great. If you get several kills and keep up the economic pressure, even better. If you get a logic crunch and win the round, that is the ultimate prize.
The ultimate prize indeed. It's the big stuffed animal at the carnival. And Vexed might be in store for receiving that one. However, they still have a lot more work to do. 3 more Ex-BlueJays to take down before they can claim their lead once again. And here's the converse, too. If Ex-BlueJays win this, they get their 6th round on T side of Nuke. Dimkatron takes a dink, but returns 1 to Eccles. So the kill goes his way. Bogdan Law in effect now. The rifles still live for Vexed, but there are no players with armor. They are without protection against the The face-to-face is Adams. Now it's going to be Cray to take one down. That's the bomb spotted as well, but this is looking more and more doable for Ex-BlueJays. Slowly taking control of this round and working their way back into it. 1 kill at a time.
Was the bomb down in lobby this whole time?
Yeah, it was killed in towards front of hut.
Gotcha, okay.
Collins, I want to say.
Okay, yeah, it was just a little bit misleading on the minimap. I wasn't too sure because I was wondering why Blue Jays were forcing the matter inside lobby, right? There's really no reason to, but yeah, the bomb was down. That is actually a big, big error by Blue Jays. Now it's kind of tough, right? They're going to walk towards the lower B site. However, Menzi's here and he's hiding and he's just waiting. And this is probably not an angle that gets hard cleared.
There's no way to go clear. He's got both! He has both, Royce! Nobody cleared it.
Yeah, man.
How much time did they have on the clock there?
I think it was like 16 seconds.
They had enough time.
Yeah, I mean, they had time to clear it, right? They also didn't clear dark, so it was kind of like, I don't know, there's just definitely a lot of positions to worry about. However, yeah, that is just really unfortunate. But honestly, dropping the bomb in lobby, I mean, you want to play the game, you're going to want to see the prize. Now Serenity tries to get down the vent. Unfortunately, he gets to get on his way down, and Vex goes to battle back, and that round might have been the tie turner. This might have given Vex the path to closing off a dominant half here.
Yeah, Ex-BlueJays looking for a pass to play off a rough bye. They drop this one without a bomb plant. They're going to be up against they're going to go up against second to last round with minimal buy, and a loss there will put them back on the broke buys again. Half buys for a couple rifles as thing goes out. Dimkatron 2 for Dimkatron. Eccles only good for 1 as well. The tide turns once again. Avid taking down Trey and Mezzi on the rotations in through heaven. Both players isolated to that angle. Nope will wall them off for now. Avid holding close into secret. And I think it's going to be a save from Vex as they can't afford to go for this. I thought it was going to end disaster for Blue Jays. It started off so well for Vexed, but I'm at a loss here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Vex is at a loss here too. That was their ticket. That was their one-way flight, first class into a dominant half. Now they've pretty much thrown it away, really. Blue Jays have done a great job just decimating their confidence. And that was even with a round where Serenity died for nothing, really. They got nothing back for that and still came out with a successful site take. I do have to say, though, that pop flash into the A site, that was the difference maker.
It really was. Although I think that it would still potentially have been countered if both the CTs didn't go for the heaven play on the retake. Because they both isolated themselves to the most commonly smoked off utility spammed angle. I mean, think about it. Everyone smokes heaven, everyone mollies heaven. Because most of the time people coming from heaven, they had time. If not for many, if not both. Avin's taking a significant amount of damage. He will get down to the heaven.
Oh my god.
Somehow, he's still alive.
That nade was actually supposed to go down the vents, and it almost killed him above the vents. And had it gone down the vents, it would have killed him underneath the vents too. Both of those outcomes would have been death for AVN, and he's somehow survived that with 1 HP box. I want this man's our guardian angel number right now. Look at Adam.
1 for 1 that might not be enough for Adam. Is the money on Vexed is very limited as well. Only 1 kill? I don't know. Avin being a dead man walking is the only sort of boon to that, but it's going to have to rely on the hold down the ramp. First shot goes his way. He'll fall away as well. And hold down from a more passive and defensible angle. Man advantage sits with Vexed. There's still a bit of time. 40 seconds on the clock. And a bit of utility as well, but no smokes for the T side. Only 2 Molotovs and a flashbang.
There's 2 players. Yeah, there are 2 players on the B defenses. Like, that kill is huge. Ekios falls. Zolo's now the only defender here. He's in a good position for it. At least one. He's going to go for the second one. And he actually catches Dimkatron as well. But Serenity is there for the trade. But it's still a 1 versus 2. Now there's pressure coming in from 2 different sides. One from door, one from potentially HUD.
Push to the fire. He's done so much with the Molotov and the nades. That's a brilliant play from Mezzi as he drops Serenity. No real chance for him to survive whatever artillery strike Mezzi had on his belt. And Vexed will retain their lead, but their money not in a great spot. And a bomb plant enables Ex-BlueJays to buy a...
And you just gotta love that awareness from Mezzi, right? He recognizes that player has to make a play, right? Push HUD or fight the guy door. And, well, he's like, if he's pushing HUD, let me just nade him, let me molly him, let me force him to in a really awkward scenario. That was amazing awareness from Mezzi in that scenario on the spot. But now, this is a huge round, Boggs. Finish 9-6 off this round right here. And Ex-BlueJays could deny all of that and potentially take the lead towards the end of this half if they can claim this one. This is the biggest swing run available at the end right here. And it will be Akil's drawing first blood.
It's going to be Cray to add 2 to his total on ramp. The bomb falls forward as well. D-Face has the Krieg. He defaces Cray. Molotov will force him back, but he has the bomb covered as well. Dim control with a free kill onto Adam, who crawls his way down the ladder and vents. And that's actually a massive kill as well. It opens up so much of the map. This puts Vex in a very awkward situation. Dimkatron opening the door down in decontamination, trying to get more rotations down to B side as well, where he can just pounce and catch them in rotation with their pants down. D-Face might be able to take down Eccles as well, who's rotated into red box. Will he expect the angle? I don't know.
Oh, this is so awkward. These 2 players are not going to see each other. Now Deef is like, what the hell?
No.
Oh.
No way.
Oh. Okay, that's 1. Now they know exactly where he is. The players will reposition. And, well, he's going to take that. He knows both players are there. That's free passage to B site.
Yeah, he's going to run his way down. Mezzi's down as well. He takes a shot, but he takes damage. Look, he's here. And it will be an 8th for Vex, and that should about get them a 9th as well. As the buy for Ex-BlueJays will be minimal pistols, maybe a couple MAC-10s, and a paltry lack of utility.
You know what, Boggs? I'm done predicting future rounds. Every time I've done it in this matchup, someone gets eco'd.
I mean, I feel like ecos are just The name of the game, right? Have a break and go offensive.
It can't even be called eco-offensive.
I miss those. Prey's not going to miss the head though as Dimkatron goes down. And Mezzi's going to add another kill to his total. Another spray. The bomb's going to be going down. Cray has taken off another head. It's all down to Collins in 1v4. I don't think he can win this. He takes some damage, returns some, but he's not going to be able to get a kill. A flawless final round for Vexed as they will secure a 9-6 half. Now it's Ex-BlueJays to go to the favored side, the defensive end of Nuke.
You know, after all said and done, 9-6 CT side is pretty standard finish. I think Blue Jays are all right with that. More than enough to work with here on the CT side. But I can't help feel like there's a lot of pressure on this pistol.
But there has to be a massive amount of pressure on this pistol because whoever wins this has a huge advantage. But if Vex put a bomb down without winning, it still puts the pressure on Blue Jays. I feel like CTE side pistols are just that much more impactful if you can pull it off and deny the bomb plant. I mean, if you give a bomb plant, half the time the T's are going to win the force by anyways. So it's almost like if you are the CT side and you win pistol, you might as well just save for the next round.
Cross flash in. Down the vents they go like Mario, baby. Collins looking to pick up the pieces and fill the gap. And he's filling the gap quite nicely. It's a little rough for the second kill, but he stabilizes towards the end. Now it's Akils and Mezzi to somehow salvage this round. Like a lost cause. Mezzi first, second one would have definitely helped, but Sereni, he has something else in mind. Now it's Akils coming down the vents late. Sereni's holding that one, and somehow Akils still finds the kill.
Yeah, he gets one kill, but will he get two? No, he will not. Avin knocks his head clean from his shoulders, and Ex-BlueJays knock a round away from Vex, and they crawl with him too. A pistol round win on the CT side, negating a bomb plant is massive. And now they have a chance to build some bank, establish not dominance, but equal focus.
Chat, I miss you so much. I'm charging my phone for you. AVN. Okay. You know, I still like the AUG, Boggs. I recently found out that the AUG has the same fire rate as the AK. Believe it or not, although it feels and sounds much
I never didn't love the AUG. Same with the SG.
Okay, one casualty. Blue Jays take those. Vexed. I think they're alright with that. One kill. Keeps the economic pressure up for Blue Jays. Now they have to fully invest for that utility. A lot of spending ahead. Especially before the holidays might not be the best idea, but unfortunately it is a must.
Yeah, it is the holidays.
It is. Holidays are looking great for Vex though, because they got 3 of those SGs. Those are shiny straight from Santa Claus's back.
Oh yeah. Prime weapon for Vex. Up against a couple SMGs, a FAMAS, the Op, and the AUG. Those seem to be the heavy hitters in my book. The FAMAS, after its buff, not as bad as it used to be, although I'd still take a Galil over it any day of the week. Yeah. But, you know, we can see what Collins can do with it.
You know, I kind of like the burst. I know that sounds...
You know, Xander's been kind of getting me onto the burst train, too.
It's surprisingly really strong in certain positions. Jiggle, burst, jiggle again, burst. It's crazy, actually. You have to play it a little differently than you would the normal rifle or non-burst FAMAS. But right now it is outside control, slowly being taken. There's a player on the other side of this fence. It's AVN. His position is not yet compromised. D-Face has his back. Oh, D-Face. I think he spotted the barrel. He's going to go for the reposition.
Why would we reposition that leads to the kill?
Can we get eyes on AVN here for a sec? Okay, he's done. And he gets caught off by Mezzi, who's completely aware of that potential. And now it's equalized up. And now the A-play is going to begin. Only 20 seconds left. I mean, this needs to go, like, right now.
This is bringing it down to the wire like vintage Na'Vi and D-Face. Moving through the heavens with the off. This one calls with the flank. It's another. Dimkatron makes the 1v4. And Serini makes it a 3v-none. As Ex-BlueJays draw even with Vexed. They win their bonus round as well, which I think is a very, very good sign of things to come for them. And Vexed, troubled waters ahead, as they're back to a rough 5 pistols and assorted pieces of utility. Only 2 vests as well. Up against 2 Kriegs, an AK on the CT side, an AUG, and an OP. All 5 guns have scopes. With the A side explosion incoming. Molotov's down to counter the push. Serini, actually, never mind. Dim Control with a nade and the SG follow-up, leaving Cray and Mezzi in a very unfavorable situation. Now just Mezzi with a P250 and nothing else. Now not even his life, as Avin will shut him down. A good anti-eco from Ex-BlueJays, only losing 1. And they've taken a lead.
Part of me can't help but feel like that was a few bullets away from being a disaster for Blue Jay. Now, all things come back to balance, Boggs. The bigger problem for me here is that Blue Jays have 2 SGs, an AWP, and an AUG. They have 4 scoped weapons, more scopes than non-scopes. Fast play. Adam's taking down the fence. Nothing can stop him. Now, the hardest part about going down vents, Boggs, is getting into a position where you can get something done with it. And it's going to be Collins to eliminate Adams, who or not find the kill, unfortunately. The ramp room has been abandoned, so these Vex have gotten something for their sacrifice of Adam.
Yeah, but D-Face is moving in from hell with the op. And Vexed are going to give up the ramp control they gained at the cost of their teammate. So maybe it's just that sort of pressure that they're putting in. Right now, this will be working their way into lobbing. That nade does a good amount of damage to one player and a bit of chip damage onto Zolo as well. But I think it will be an A hit again from the side of Vexed, or from Vexed. They're positioning themselves well for it. Milo unable to get the kills though, as Cray and Zolo take down 2 heads. The heaven rotation comes in, but the heaven rotation falls as Eccles sprays away, and Avin goes down. I think it might have to be a save from.
Yeah, definitely. Man, I have to say, Vex has these flashes on the 8 side on point. They're just getting them so much space and buying them a lot of room here. Things are tied up. Luckily for Ex-BlueJays, they're not really financially worried right now. They're secure. At least for 1 more. But after that, that becomes a problem. Vex, though, keeping 4 players alive in this round definitely helps. And it seems like the biggest thing for Blue Jays right now is that they're getting kind of ping-ponged around, right? The pressure towards ramp, they give it up. They're not really readjusting. And only 2 players on the A site. Boom, pop flash comes in. Suddenly, 3 players are in front of you fighting you. Definitely hard to fight back against.
Yeah, those flashes on A so deadly. Allows the players to get in and take out a lot of the exposed players. Because A, I mean, there's not very many places you can hide. You have first vents, Asian, and then back silo. That's about it. And most of those places you can blind for flashes too, and take out those players while they can't see anything. Exactly what that is. Pick things up. Pick up the record. Nade DJs outside. Damage. I think we might be seeing a bit of vents pressure coming in from Vexed, at least showing that they have presence in the area. There is a gap though, so Serenity knows nobody has gone down. At least I can assume that. But you know what they say about assumptions, Roy?
I think I do. The smokes, mollies. It's gonna create a big gap here in the vision for Blue Jays. D-Face is looking to peer over the smokes, but if they path closer to smokes, that position can't quite see. That flashbang is beautiful, but he was not quite blinded by that.
Was he playing anti-flash?
Not too sure.
If he was playing anti-flash, that's a lot of preparation, a lot of insight into how Blue Jays like to play this map. And that goes to show a good ideal in my mind. But Mezzi's going to add a couple kills to his book. A 2-man advantage to Ex-BlueJays total. And what looks to be another round for them, or for Vex, rather. As the bomb goes down, Ex-BlueJays have to save again. Mezzi tearing apart this defense. He was good on CT side. He's at 22 and 10 actually. I just realized he has an over 2.0 KD in a game that's 10 to 10. He's only died 10 times in a game that's about to go 11-10.
Jesus, that is actually insane. He has 4 assists on top of that too.
104 ADR, 12 flashes, far and above anybody else on his team. He's having himself a game.
Yeah, we'll get a scoreboard check right after this round. X Gaming. Solid work right now. Luckily for Blue Jays, those 2 saved weapons probably gets him another purchase and another attempt to battle back. But right now, Vex is starting to pull crazy ahead. I think Messi has more than 104 ADR. Can we get that checked? Yeah, 112 ADR. The highest flashes in the server as well. On top of that, I mean, what can't the man do right now?
Well, he's not leading on utility damage, so apparently he's a little lacking in that. Only a 78 damage. Shameful.
Shame on you, Messi.
Adam gets the smoke down for the vent cross, but Sereni's going to jump up and keep eyes on the position. Nobody from Vexed making it down the ladder into the AC vent. However, Ex-BlueJays have expended a lot of their utility on A. That's a good bit of bonus for Vexed as they're burning through the limited utility that Ex-BlueJays have, as their money not too great. Outside, though, seems to be the play from Vexed as their smokes will fly in. Molotovs surely will be thrown to clear out the standard aim. And we're going to be seeing a repeat of last round. Potentially without the early pick outside, as there's going to be no flashbang.
This is a straight walk at the secret too. The biggest power play in this is that you don't really have info, so you need AVN in this position to spot this out, and he will, as soon as he does, drop the ball. That'll buy him some time. That'll buy Blue Jays at least the opportunity to readjust their numbers, because as of right now, they're not prepping this thing.
No, they're not, but Vex could also make their way back up the secret stairs. However, they flash through the smoke, pushing their way into B. Getting down the ramp, though, is going to deal some damage. Avin pops out of decon and toward back silo. He faces here as well with the op, and he's going to strike first. Kill goes his way, and time is so low now, where there's no time for Vex. These kills didn't get the bomb down. Zolo and Mezzi are making it too to go down and call and drop it again. There's no more time. They can't get the pet. All you can do with your Dimkatron is run away, and they've won it. He comes in for an extra kill left for good measure. Next, Blue Jays were able to pull this round away. If X had given themselves a little more time, they could have won that round, but time management not going their way. Next, Blue Jays, thanks to that Molotov from Avin in the secret tunnel, pick up the win.
That round was bittersweet, though, for Blue Jays. Yeah, they got the round, but they take some serious economic damage, and now their lost one is completely reset. And if Vex are successful in this round, Boggs, that's a double reset for Blue Jays this late into the game. That will pull Vex so far ahead, it might not even be recoverable. Right now, Blue Jays, important round, and they're already a man down. Smoke fades in ramp. Gray might have an opportunity to find himself a second kill, but Collins will back out, for now at least. I think the weirdest part about this scenario, too, for Blue Jays is that they don't really have the luxury of playing passive with a man down. They kind of need to make a play, or at least gamble in some fashion.
I agree. I mean, they have to get some information. They have to get some positioning. As Vex Gaming, again, going with what's not broken. Another push back down to B. I mean, the only reason they lost last round was due to an error on their part, a big mistake, I would say. But actually, no, they're not going to go down the secret stairs. They're going to wrap their way around through garage and try and come out behind the CT side. Might go for a heaven flank as well. An A site end. There's still 2 players in the lobby area, one holding ramp. Sereni might get caught off guard, and I don't think there's anyone in heaven as well.
No, there isn't.
Okay, Dimkatron's watching it. Sereni at second vent. I don't know. I got this feel. I think it's going to be easy for Vex right here. Defense huge. It's going to be Mezzi and Zolo to get the kill. Dimkatron strikes with 2 from back silo. The holders come in now, but it will go the way of Vex as the time getting low again. But they are able to pull it back to their favor, and they will take the round and the lead back. The buy from Ex-BlueJays not going to be here. It's going to be a pistol force. they can strike back. They could actually deal a lot of economic damages. There's a couple players on Vexed who are low for money. But should they lose this, it's a 14th for Vexed. And after that, it's not too far off from a win.
That's a big if, though. Definitely a big if. Right now, Vexed are gaining ground by the second towards Secret, and no one really knows they're here. Not AVN hears them from above, but still, no one has really adjusted. They're going to send both these ramp players down. But it's really just pistols trying to fight against rifles. If they get caught in the long-range battles from controlled windows, or they get caught in the crossfire from decontamination room, might not be able to hold back against this. But they're starting to stack. They're swarming on that B side now. Now they got strength by numbers. Now, Vexed is going to be problematic. And Serenity and AVN, they find 2 kills. Collins swings through the door, catches Zolo off guard. It's Adam and Mezzi now. 2 big hitters here, and Mezzi just falls. And you're right, they battle back. And that is a huge round of teammates on top of that. And Vexed Gaming, a massive, massive drop-off.
Ex-BlueJays won that flawlessly, not losing a single man. They have full T rifles on the CT side, plenty of utility to boot as well, and Vexed are in for a rough buy. A Deagle, a MAC-10, and 3 AKs, light utility across 3 players. And Ex-BlueJays might be able to swing things back to their favor off of the back of a massive force buy. That round could be the round that wins them the game. There's a lot more battling to do, but that could be the round that turns the tide of war and flips it to the favor of Ex-BlueJays. They need to start things off well in this one. Collins spots out Adam and deals half his HP and damage. It's a good start, but not quite good enough. Adam escapes with his life. I'm sure that Vexed, or rather Ex-BlueJays, would have loved to get that early pick. However, it will not go their way just yet. Only the second best. Serenity going up and down the ladder. Might be a ramp play from the Vexed Gaming side, as they've thrown a lot of utilities a fake into A, leaving Collins to hold things down with the Krieg, and he takes down 2 heads with the spray. Mezzi and Eccles down for the count. This is a 2-man advantage for Ex-BlueJays and Vexed. They're in a vexing position. He'll go down, almost take Zolo. If he would have gotten that kill, that surely would have secured the round for Ex-BlueJays, but as it stands, Vexed still have a shot. But that shot dwindles with every passing second.
Pretty perplexed right now, Boggs. Yen catches Zolo. Now the hit comes in from above. Unfortunately for them, their positions are now known, and there's players everywhere in lobby and up events, so there's multiple prongs of attack available. But Adam's position, this high ground right here, that could be the difference maker.
8 on the Gray does so much damage. He's alive and kicking, but just barely. Serenity can take him down with a spam through the silos. Right now, the retake is on. They're clearing tables. Adam gets 1, but the high ground will not avail him. Collins takes down the last 2, a 4K on the round. And Ex-BlueJays, despite taking casualties, are able to secure the round over a bomb plant for Vexed. It won't allow them to get a full strong 5. They can get a half into this round, keep the money honest for BlueJays, and build off of that. But it's not a secure 14th in any means for the Ex-BlueJay side.
I do wonder what the decision will be, because they could get 2 Galils pretty much, have a pretty sick buy, but nah, they're going to go for the safe route. They're going to go for the pistols, the armor, some utility for the outside smoke. That has been working quite well, I have to admit. We just haven't really found a solution to these smokes. It's just been gamble stacking that's worked for them. That only works so many times.
There's a reason it's called a gamble. It's because it doesn't always work. It's a high-risk play as well, but D-Face with the high-risk shot takes down 1. The Molotov will not enable him to just fall away clearly, as Zolo forced the issue, but he also did have Collins backing him up as well. Adam working his way onto A as the rest of the team is down on B, goes down to Demkatron. As Cray and Mezzi, the last 2 alive. Not much they can really do in this situation. That nade should do some damage as well. Actually, no, it doesn't do any damage. But Cray and Mezzi, between a rock and a hard place. Collins, 1, sprays away, actually goes down. The CZ winning that duel. And D-Face up close and personal might actually lose the op, as the bomb could have a chance to go down on B. The rotations are here. The Cray, though, could deal damage. He spots, he sprays, and he kills. D-Face comes in, taps away, and he gets the second on the Cray I think he was just going for a quick smoke spam, but it yields a headshot. And a 4K for him. A round for Ex-BlueJays, only 2 casualties as well. And Vexed Gaming, despite getting the bomb down and having a buy, could be up against an undominable task as Blue Jays. 2 rounds away from victory, 1 round away from match point.
Boggs, the big turn right here. Adam's already beginning to spam down. His vent play has been denied. Now AVN is up close and personal outside. They have no idea he's here. So he actually might hold the key, but he actually shoots out a bullet, gives away his position, and gets nothing for it. Vexed Gaming, minute 30, barely on the clock, and they're already up 3 men, 5 versus 2. Collins, Endure, Dimkatron in heaven, and Dimkatron has been eliminated. No save attempt for him. Collins will now just have to back out with the M4, and Zalo for it, but will not be able to stop it. Wait, no, surely not. Oh, I thought he I thought he was gonna go for the ninja attempt there for a second.
I was about to be very scared for Ex-BlueJays because their money is not in a good spot. They have 3 players with some bank, but other than that, everybody else is broke. And a knife flawless round from Vexed as well means that they're in a good position moving forward. And you mentioned earlier too, Vexed pretty much need to win out to have a chance at playoffs. Not only is their back up against a wall in this game, but also in their Winners League playoff hopes this season. So they really can't afford to lose anything right now. They need to win this next round, the next 2 rounds after that, and their next games.
Alright, Vex. Let's see what you got up your sleeves. Right now, Blue Jays are down to the last wire in terms of money. They lose this one. Vex might actually be able to find the match point at 15, but AVN's position, the off angle in Big Garage. I love that angle. It's so successful. But Adam gets vent control for now. And I love that he's not going quiet either, right? You go down vents, you open up the door as quickly as possible, and as soon as that door is opened, now it's a lot of pressure on this ramp player. Collins gets overwhelmed from every single side, and it'll be creative to find the kill. And that's a huge opener, Boggs. They've gotten access to the B site. And they still have Adams lurking down here somewhere. He's actually jumped up on the site.
D-Face comes in for decontamination. He gets one as Serenity gets another. And now it's falling apart for Vexed. As they're in a 2v4 without the bomb down, they only have a Molotov and a flash apiece. Molotov will not clear out the face. It will allow Echoes to cross. The bomb finally getting planted. The rotations are here. They know the bomb's down on B. This is a very scary situation for both teams. Ex-BlueJays, though, this one across the line. Echoes comes in with a huge kill on the D-Face. And Adam's going to strike from back silo. Serenity goes down. Dimkatron gets Adam, though, and Echoes in a 1v2. Critical 1v2. He's got the first, but he needs the second as well. There is no kit. Oh, kit salvage now for Avin. But time is ticking lower and lower. There's no utility for him. He has the hold. He's getting sprayed.
Oh,
the knife comes out, and he's got the defuse. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Sweaty Counter-Strike, Roy.
Yeah, these are nerve-wracking scenarios here for both of these teams. Somehow the Blue Jays scrape out of that one. It looked like they had the first sure win, then the double kill comes out. Then they find themselves in a 2v1, down to a 1v1, and the man gets it with us. Barely the smoke surviving there. I mean, a couple more seconds delayed, that smoke would have faded too. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Blue Jays, they claim the 15. Didn't think I'd see it, but we're here. Now it's Vexed to scavenge what they can, which is a pretty sick buy. Full utility available. The wall of smokes once again. This time they'll go down secret quickly. AVN,
Making a lot of noise.
Yeah, they're not afraid to show their presence down here. I think they know there's at least 3 players down here now.
Yeah, they might know a little more. AVN has heard a couple, but he's rotated all the way back to ramp room now. Serenity's gonna have to hold strong with an MP9. Face and Serenity both the SMGs. And the utility is sorely lacking for Ex-BlueJays. The buy definitely Vexed Gaming, but the first kill goes the way of Serenity, and he's not even taking any points of damage. He's still here. He's still fighting. As Vexed Gaming starting to flood into the B site, utility going through, and Gray will make sure Serenity can do no more harm. The spray up through onto the scalp doesn't get a kill, but it will with a flashbang. Azala will come down again. Collins comes over the rotation. He sprays down one through the smoke, and he still escapes with his life. Dimkatron is coming in as well on the rotation. Utility flying in hither and thither. And that nade dunks onto Collins.
They abandon.
Yeah, they have to. They have no more money. They have to save up for last round. It's their only chance to avoid overtime. And Vexed with the just bonsai rush ramp. Works out for them. They keep 3 alive. And they brought it to a full 30 rounds. This game has gone the distance.
Sometimes it's the most reckless calls in times of pressure that work the best, it seems. This is one of those cases. Ex-BlueJays looking to hold on to their weapons. Vex knows this. They're throwing everything at it. They know that if they get these 2 weapons, they pretty much have a guaranteed overtime. Or at least a good chance for it. But as that AUG, they're kept. It could be 2 Mosses dropped, or it could be a couple MP9s dropped. They can get pretty well equipped. X Gaming, they're looking for this final round. That's it. One more round. It's overtime. Solid. Wow, a timeout on a very important decision, Boggs.
Never thought I'd see the day. But here it is. Ex-BlueJays making the right call, talking things over, deciding what they want to do with what they have, which is not a lot. A couple FAMASs, an MP9, and whatever Dimkatron's going to end up picking up. That's an SG. So, minimal utility as well. Only 1 defuse kit potentially. Very critical juncture. And if Vexed win this, they have the momentum going into overtime. They have MR3 16K T-side. It's going to be rough times for Ex-BlueJays. But we've seen what they can do with lesser weaponry than this. Let's see if they can put things over the line in the most unlikely of circumstances. It all comes down to the individuals in the team and how they want to play this. But here we go. Timeout has expired. The freeze time has elapsed. Last round of regulation. 15-14 in favor of Ex-BlueJays. And Vexed are going in. Early utility used A. The nade, the flashbangs, the smokes. And Echoes is out. Deface gets 1, but he gets defaced as well. Dimkatron gets another, but it's going to be Zola with 2. AVX pushing through the smoke gets 1. He goes for the second, but he's not going to do anything but die to the hand of Mezzi. Collins is making his way in, but he's heard the drop down vents. He knows where they're going. This is definitely doable for him. He has the kid as well, but the bomb goes down back silo. And it's been a flurry of frags going here and there. The bomb goes down with a minimal amount of time elapsed in this round, and Mezzi is coming in behind Collins. We should be seeing overtime. Surely we see overtime. Molotov forcing Collins forward. Prayer is focused on his position. The one tap comes through. And Ex-BlueJays are not able to capitalize on their chances. We do see overtime as Vexed, aggressive once again, are able to pull this one through and take it to OT.
Wow. The back-to-back full confidence calls, Boggs.
I love to see it. I mean, that's
pretty nerve-wracking, though. You have to admit, I mean, anything could go wrong. A single kill doesn't go your way. Now you find yourself in a 1v2 post plan or 2v3 post plan. Rough situation, but either way, it's going to work out beautifully for Vex. Now we find ourselves in OT with the game, but it's going to be Ex-BlueJays for the first time this game, fighting outside, up close, in their faces, proper pop flashes. That outside control is completely shut down. BlueJays knows they're funneled in towards lobby.
That's a great play coming out from Ex-BlueJays to start things off here, answering back strongly, getting Avon pushed up aggressively with a good flashbang. And they take the man advantage, establish some pressure against Vex as well, as they're going to have to reset and figure out a new point of contact. It seems to be A with smoking the mini Molotov to in. And now in they come, nades as well, flooding in, but Deface is in heaven. He's going to spot a couple. He's going to deep-brain Solo. The one has escaped with the bomb. Collins has heard the call. He's making his way down to B. He's going to spot the cross as well. Deal some damage, but not quite a kill. Molotov ward off any player back silo. It's going to deal damage onto Gray, but he's going to win that duel. Takes a lot of damage in return, and Dimkatron comes in, takes down 2, and it's going to be Ex-BlueJays surely finding this round as Mezzi will try and 1v4. He gets one. There's 2, 3 more to find. The bomb's being held. It's being tapped.
No!
But it's going to be Messi to spray down 2. And now he knows where AVN is. AVN making noise, pushing in. He sprays the door, but Messi has fallen away. He's up the stairs and into the vents. He's buying time. He's making noise. He's forcing Avin to hunt. And he's going to spray through the vents and win this one. A 1v4 for Messi. He goes insane and gets the round for Vexed Gaming. In the most unlikely of circumstances, he stands tall, gets his 30 bomb as well, and a 16th for Vexed Gaming.
What a round, what a clutch, a 1 versus 4, the impossible scenario. Leave it to no one but Messi. The CSGO Messi, Boggs. It's the only soccer player that I know. Actually, I know Cristiano Ronaldo. D-face, though. He's going to find the opening kill. Adam. Eliminated early on. No vent play, no early pressure down below. Now it's going to be D-face there once again with the AWP. This man is so agile, Boggs. He's doing his jogging for sure.
D-face trying to be the Cristiano Ronaldo to Messi's Messi. Let's see, can he counter? It seems to be his arch rival. It's going to be Collins on site, getting one. Zolo will trade, but the advantage sits with Ex-BlueJays still. It's a 2-man advantage. Bomb yet to go down. It will get planted in the open. But Serenity might have just spotted Eccles, escaping to the left side. Molotov forces him in. Dimgatron and Serenity capitalize. Get a 16th all. And Vexed Gaming has another buy, as will Ex-BlueJays. Great answer back from Ex-BlueJays. Actually, I thought Vexed Gaming might have had the advantage into this round, but you know, I'm just going to stop thinking about who might have early advantages and just focus on who's going individually ham, because that seems to be the answer right now. Win your individual duels and win the game.
On one so far in this OT. Adam this time, instead of going down vents, he's just looking for the pick. That smoke will block off his vision, deny him any sort of potential. They have their bases covered right now, Boggs. They have D-face down in secret, peeking down the op. They have several players defending the A bomb site for any of the explodes that has been working really well for Vexed. I have to say, BlueJays are showing a lot of depth to adaptation out here so far. But now the wall of smokes comes out, and once again, blocking their vision, not going to let them know exactly what's going on. But again, D-face is here.
He is here, and he's been strong. AVN, though, might be asked of the impossible to hold things down outside with an AUG up close. There's multiple players behind the smoke. Split. Serenity goes down. That's all pushes in. AVN only gets one, but there's not a 1G, but a team Molotov kill. Azolo dies to Craze fire. 2v2. Make it a 1v2, but Collins and D-face bring it back. And Ex-BlueJays, despite losing the first round of overtime, due to spectacular play from Messi, are able to avoid any more mishaps and take this half 17-16, moving on to their offensive.
Two rounds on the T side, Boggs. All that a success for Vexed. Let's see what BlueJays are up to here on the offense and what Vexed will do on the defense. They had a bit of a rough half in the first warm-up, but they actually ended nicely, all things considered. Face. Adam. He's getting a bit of his own medicine, isn't he?
Oh, indeed he is. That's a great job by D-face. It's great to get one AVN trades, but he's taken so much damage in return. However, the man advantage still sits with Ex-BlueJays. They have all of this ramp control. The bomb yet to make his decision one way or the other as well. AVN is free to just make a decision, and the bomb can really throw confusion into the works for Vex, as they have no idea where Ex-BlueJays are going to end up.
Wait, Messi?
That could be a critical error. AVN taken by Eccles, and he's going to win that duel. Zolo win a 1v4. He has to channel his Messi. Can he pull this one off? There's no reason to save, but he's actually made the right read. He's going back to A. He's hearing the footsteps. He's hearing the bomb plant. And he'll know that it's down on A. Spots out one in vents. Or not in vents, but in mid. Goes with the spray. It's taken down by Serenity. And now it's match point for Ex-BlueJays. They've won 3 in a row. It's It's going to have to be Vexed to lock things down in these next 2 rounds. They will not lack for money, but neither will their opposition. Full nades, full buys from both sides. It's playoff hopes on the line for Vexed. They cannot afford to lose this.
No, they cannot.
Ex-BlueJays are in a prime position.
Shot for shot. One will miss, one will not. Mezzi claims the first opening kill. A huge advantage here for Vex, but unfortunately, Dimkatron is closer than Mezzi might have anticipated. A split. Akil's tries to take advantage, tries to salvage the round somehow, but he's only good for 1, and then 1-for-1 trades right after that brings us into this 2v2.
Solo tries for one more. Collins goes down, and we're not done just yet. Vexed Gaming trying to bring it back to a double overtime. And with them on the CT side, they have a chance to really build up an early lead in their next half. They've shown promise on their T sides, especially with the fact that they brought it back from the brink of despair on a T side. We'll see. We can even get to that double overtime, or Vexed BlueJays will put this match to bed. Squeaky door has been blown asunder. Fire rains down upon it, and the smoke will allow Adam to cross. We have a minimal amount of time elapsed, 20 seconds, and no real damage exchanged between either side. Some utility expended, but that's about it.
You feel it, Mr. Boggs? The tension?
The hair on the back of my neck is standing straight. My heart is beating. My arms are weak, palms are sweaty, as the kids say these days.
Are the arms spaghetti?
I'm ready for this.
Mezzi's going to need this steady shot right here. Smoke is actually kind of giving them a false sense of confidence, thinking there's no lane for the opper, but the jump through comes through. Mezzi's only going to get for 1 here, but he actually manages to escape. And then now the crossfire is in effect. Vex Gaming, they find a 2-for-1 deal. Not too bad. That nade might have almost finished Dimkatron, but it'll be Mezzi's deagle. And he takes out the up. He's not done just yet. He's looking to finish off the game, but that overconfidence, that might have just cost him. Sereni lurking in. Not sure where Zalo is. Zalo off angle. Sereni not expecting it. It's all down to D-Face now. Do or die. There is no try, Boggs.
There is no try indeed. And D-Face will have to try his utmost hardest. He's been spotted by Eccles, and we're going to double overtime. It's Vexed unwilling to give up again, battling back from the brink of match point again. And we'll see what they can do in this next half of overtime. Mezzi, 37-22. He's having himself a match. He's going to need more than a match to win this, though. He's going to need somebody else in his team to step up and help him out when the need arises. Vexed, they have the advantage on the CT side right now. There is a good chance they can hold this back and get a good lead. They can win all 3 rounds here on the CT side. They can take over. I think that it will be Ex-BlueJays to win it. Kills going back and forth, but it's going to be Mezzi with 2. Solo comes in with 1 more. Dimkatron gets another, but it's going to be a suicidal drop from Eccles, as he has made his way down as well. He slots out 1. I think he knows where D-Face is as well. He gets taken down, though. It's a 1v1, and Cray goes down to D-Face. He's stepped up in spades when it comes down to it, and he is being the Cristiano Ronaldo for Ex-BlueJays right now, countering Mezzi 1 step at a time.
Oh my god. It's insane the pace difference between the end of overtime versus the beginning of a new overtime. It's not a big difference. Slow play into just raw confidence plays. A lot of room for error. D-Face spots Mezzi up top. Mezzi goes for the shot. It's missed, unfortunately. Now D-Face begins to advance. Now there's control once again available here for Blue Jays. And this is something that Vex hasn't quite been able to deal with effectively. But Mezzi maneuvering the op well.
First advantage goes the way of Vexed, but we've seen how fast these advantages can turn to the other way. Utility being used to wall off Mini. Mezzi's still outside, and he's still primed for a couple more kills before he goes down. Eccles in the heaven as well, able to peer outside and keep his eyes out of position. The bomb has gone down, though, as Mezzi shoots before the flashbang pops. Collins has fallen. And that's another huge opportunity for Vexed Gaming. Zolo, however, working around towards Hut. As the bomb is down outside. Trying to make sure nobody crosses in. Strikes away. Messi's fallen all the way back to forklift spawn. Right now, I think that Vexed are in the driver's seat of this round.
No doubt about it.
Goes down. Sereni brings it back to a 4v2, but I still have hope in Vexed right now. I feel like they are still in control.
Oh, the collateral.
Now with that.
They completely messy with a double headshot kills. I mean, screw shooting in the body, Boggs. Let's go straight for the heads and a collateral on top of that. Man had over 100% accuracy right there, Boggs. 2 shots, 3 hits. That has to count for something. And also 44 kills. When the hell did he get 44 kills and 5 assists? 117 ADR going on round 39? That is madness.
Yeah. It really is madness. Messi is out of his mind. But Vexed Gaming still going toe-to-toe with Ex-BlueJays. I mean, the thing I think, too, about Messi is that he's only died 23 times in a game that's gone 39 rounds.
Yeah, that's crazy in itself.
Actually, I'm looking at the deaths from both sides. A lot of these players have not died a terribly huge amount. It's been crazy how many times people have saved, too. But to go back to your little talk about how overtime can just switch from one to another, I feel like overtimes are just their own microcosms of games.
They really are.
Where you have each overtime round is a different pace, is a different strat, is a different everything. Because the rule book, the strat book goes out the window when it comes to this. You're going off the seat of your pants and just trying to do what you can to throw the other team off guard and pick up whatever advantage you can.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's not even that the strats are out the door. It's the fact that they've used up their entire strat book, right? At that point, they're just rinsing and repeating. But most teams just don't want to keep using the same strats that were kind of working, kind of not working in regulation. So they resort to a switch of pace. Now it's going to be an explode out the door. They've shown heavy presence towards C. It's all just a fake that actually opens them up towards the A site. Now there's still 2 defending players here.
And Messi's one of them, but it's going to be Zolo with 2 kills. D-Face and Dimkatron now. Face will be impossible. And Cray's come in. He spotted out 1. Dimkatron only good for 1 as Cray will pounce from the end. And it will be a 20th round, a lead going into the second overtime, or the second half of the second overtime of Nuke here between Vexed and Ex-BlueJays. Messi, 45 kills. He's on pace for 50 before the end of this one, Roy.
That is insane.
When was the last time we saw somebody get 50 kills, overtime or not?
It's been a while. It's been a while, overtime or not. But again, we are in second overtime. So, not that unusual, I suppose. But Vexed Gaming still in the lead.
On top of Hut, sprays down 1, but Zolo is there to trade. One more. The spray from Dimkatron eliminating 1, but only 1 as Messi will strike back. However, he has a lot more to do. He's got 1. He needs more. But he will not get the last 2 as Ex-BlueJays strike back and pick up a 20th round. A good hold on the site. Everyone doing their job. And Ex-BlueJays trying to come together and topple over Vexed Gaming. They need a flawless CT half. Whereas Vexed, they only need 1 more round to secure another overtime. 2 rounds to secure victory.
Nice shot. D-Face opens up the round. It kills his keeled. And I think the craziest thing about this game is that Vexed is top heavy in terms of statistics, right? It's really just Messi doing the heavy lifting. Sure, some players are showing up and helping in key rounds and in key scenarios, but overall, it's really Messi that's hard hitting. But no one on Blue Jays is really overperforming. It seems like the team is quite in line.
Yeah, steady as she goes, as I said. Just sailing along and everyone doing their job and everyone picking up kills when the need arises. I mean, nobody's underperforming, nobody's overperforming. It's all pretty steady. And Avin's in a prime position to get a couple more kills. If there's no flash, it's going to be easy pickings for him. He's actually going to rotate into mid. He's going to run right into Adam, but Messi's there for the trade. And Zolo's here as well. Dink comes in. Messi with another. He needs 2 more kills. Another 1BX for Messi, but Colin will shut him down once more. And Ex-BlueJays with another match point. Like I've said this so many times now, because they've had a match point in 3 separate scenarios. The end of regulation, the end of first overtime, now here the end of second overtime. No op for the CT side. Mezzi, despite his hardest work, might fall short of victory here against Ex-BlueJays. Molotov outside will not deter Adam from charging down into the secret tunnels. He's making his way down as 4 players flood into ramp. Collins falls off, but there. I thought Dimkatron was on top of the boost stack. Instead, he is on Evans, and actually Adam's taking out Sereni. This is a good opening for Vexed Gaming. Still need more kills. They need kills. They need wins. Collins gets. He's looking for the 4th. Zolo will take him down, and Mezzi has been eliminated. He will not get his 50 bomb, at least in this round, and Vexed Gaming lose the man who has kept them alive so many times. My mind goes back to that 1v4 to stay alive. But now, none of those heroics will be available from Mezzi. Cray and Zolo have to be enough. The timing might actually work out. D-Face swapped over to
such
Dorb.
a good position for this.
He's got both.
The best position for this too, and he's just shutting it down. Now Zolo's been spotted, which makes this run infinitely more difficult. The bomb does get planted, but every second here, he starts to get swarmed in a different direction. He needs to go for the kill quickly, but it will be Dimkatron on the flank for the game. That is GG's, and that is part of me is heartbroken, Boggs. When I see a player overperforming, putting the team on his back, using those strong legs, a part of me is rooting for that person, right? For that player. But unfortunately, Blue Jays, their teamwork, their vision, just a little too much for Vex to handle, and I think that sends Vex even further down in the playoff contention now, which that might have been the difference maker for them to be able to claim that 4th and potential 3rd seed. So that might have been the end of the run here for Vex, unfortunately. Blue Jays, they're still in this though. That win puts them in contention for that potential playoff spot. Congratulations to them. They're on that road for that top 16 in Winners League, which is ending as of this week. I think one more week after this one. But
yeah, I think we're on week 6. So we should
have one more week. Exactly. But that is the end of the stories for now, ladies and gents and gamers, the most important gender of all. We are out of here. My name is Strong Legs. This gentleman right here is Boggs. We have brought you the action. If you haven't done so already, please follow our socials. Boggs needs your follows. He's he's been eating ramen. He's a broke college student. He needs all the money he could get. Follow me down here below as well, and follow Melanie, our producer observer. For now, we are out. See you later on for NA, excuse me. Easy.